Hi, everyone. Welcome to Prevention Education, the podcast that teaches you everything about prevention. Thanks for listening, and let's get started.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Prevention Education podcast. I'm Kylie, and I'm a prevention specialist with Preferred Family Healthcare. And today I have Azura here with me. So, Azura, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Azura Byrn. I'm a school-based prevention specialist with the Spirit grant and with Preferred Family Healthcare.
Yes, our Spirit team is made of 3 different people, and Azura is just one of those amazing humans that are on it. So, with that, we will get into our intro question today, and it is, what do you do to de-stress?
Things that I do to de-stress. I'm a journaler.
Okay.
I like to journal. So that's one of the things that I do to kind of decompress. Doing things that I enjoy, like I like to bake and cook. So things like that as well helps me kind of decompress. So yeah.
When you journal, is it about your day or is it just about random topics?
My day or random topics, yeah, both, just whatever I'm thinking about, or yeah.
Okay, I should give that a try. I've never tried that before, but I should.
Yeah.
I instantly go to like working out, and I love being outside. And so going on walks. I used to be a big runner. That got put on pause for a little bit, but hoping to get back into that. So just anything that I can be moving.
Yeah.
That's my de-stressor. Yeah. Well, we will hop in our topic today. And I think this is one that actually a lot of people are interested in. We have a similar video on our YouTube about this topic, but it was done years ago. And so we're going to be talking about what is a prevention specialist. And so Azura and I are both Missouri prevention specialists. So we are certified in our jobs and what we do. And do you just kind of want to tell them, I guess, what is a prevention specialist initially?
So we look at risk and protector. So as a primary prevention specialist, we look at risk and protective factors. And we know that the more risk factors that a child is exposed to, the higher chance for mental health issues, substance abuse, among many other things. But we kind of serve as a resource to the community. And my job is to work in the schools in our area and go in and teach a universal evidence-based substance abuse curriculum, kindergarten to high school. And so this curriculum is about goal setting, decision-making, building relationships with one another. And then we get into substances like marijuana, nicotine, over-the-counter prescription medications, and street drugs.
Yeah. So we cover a wide range of things in prevention, but are pretty focused on the youth. What would you say? So if someone asks, how can I become a prevention specialist? What's kind of the path that they have to take to accomplish that?
So like getting involved like with coalitions.
If they want to be certified like us, like, is there any courses that they have to take, or yeah, I guess just where do they start with that?
There are certain courses you have to take, your ethics course, certain hours of training, certain trainings, just like the ethics course and then like the trainings, and then sorry, I'm not,
No, you're good. I think there's one specific one. It's the SAPS training.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
And the SAPS training is a really unique training, honestly. Like I did not expect when I was signed up for. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But it's filled with so much knowledge about the prevention field that you just soak up and then casually relearn as you go through the field.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you also brought up coalitions. How does a prevention specialist work with coalitions?
See, this is something I'm not,
I
don't do as much. And so I'm not as knowledgeable on that. And I'm hoping to shadow Taylor or Aubrey to kind of get their day-to-day on how they work with their coalitions. I don't know how to answer that question as well as they would, because I work with the coalitions. If you, want to get involved in your community and joining one of those coalitions to kind of get involved in the community and doing the work that they do.
Exactly. Yes. And I can touch base slightly on it with prevention specialists and coalitions. It's kind of like a big brother or big sister kind of thing. Coalitions have these prevention specialists to answer any questions about the prevention field, or if there's questions about funding, which is always a super confusing area. The prevention specialist is there to kind of be the hub of knowledge that the community members need. So yeah, and every coalition has to have a prevention specialist assigned to them if they are a registered coalition. So yeah, and I think this is a great point that got brought up though. a prevention specialist, you can do many different things. It's not just one title that covers one area. Like Azura said, she does not work with coalitions, but she has the amazing job of working with the youth in our community. And so in that sense, you have to be a certified prevention specialist to be doing your job, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. So going through the ethics and the SAPS training and the courses. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is the most beneficial part? This is a big question, but out of everything that we've learned to be prevention specialists, what do you think is the most applicable part to school-based prevention? Like, would it be, because I know like for prevention specialists that work with coalitions, it's like the Smith model. That's the most applicable part because you have to kind of explain how to be a coalition, how to get your funding, how to do all this. Yeah. What would it be that for you?
I would say being if I want to say just being able to build those connections and kind of being personal, because if you're just going in and then just, hey, here's all this knowledge, here's what I have to say, and you're not building those connections, you're not really making an impact and you're not really making a difference. So if you're teaching a prevention program without having that that ability to connect, it kind of gets missed. You know what I mean? And so I would say that that is a big part of what we do within the schools with prevention.
Yes. Yeah. Building that rapport, establishing connections, all of that is so important because they're not going to listen to you on these topics if they don't trust you or know you or any of that. Yeah. And so with your job, you talked about how you guys use evidence-based curriculum. What are some of the curriculums that you guys use as prevention specialists?
So we primarily use Too Good for Drugs from the Mendez Foundation. Jessica uses Peace Builders at Knox County. So those are our two primary curriculums that we use.
Yeah. And would you say that it really does bring a lot of insight to the kids? Like they do learn a lot in the 10 weeks?
Yeah, I would. One of the biggest things that my high schoolers, our middle schoolers as well, kind of have like a realization is when we talk about the false expectations that you can have, you know, whether you think alcohol is going to make you look cool or feel mature. We kind of analyze. There's this one lesson for the high schoolers where we I have them make a list of songs that kind of glamorize alcohol or just talk about alcohol in general. And it's always this huge list. I write it out on the board. And then we go through and we talk about, okay, what songs glamorize the idea of alcohol and what songs talk about it in a negative way. And 99.9% of the time, over 90% of the songs are glamorizing the use of alcohol. And so they kind of realize like, hey, you know, they're not talking about the things like getting into a car and getting into an accident, making a fool of yourself, and, you know, all the negative things that come with using substances like alcohol. And so they kind of come to this realization like, hey, yeah, you know, so.
Yeah, that's a really good point. At least for me growing up, we only had one program and it's been debunked now. And I couldn't tell you like the first thing that I learned or what I held on to, but that's something that I think they're going to hold on to for a really long time of realizing what the world around us is telling us and what the norm in quotes might be. So it's really cool that you guys have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I never had anything. We had the DARE program, but I don't remember much of it. And so having programs like this where you can be consistent and, you know, kind of build those connections as they go through, you know, elementary and middle school and high school, I think it's really important and really makes an impact.
Yeah, I cannot agree more. Yes. Well, is there anything that you think I missed in this topic? Do you want to talk about anything else about what a prevention specialist is?
I don't think there's anything you missed.
Okay. Perfect. Well, do you want to leave our listeners with one statement that can be prevention based, can be just life advice, it can be anything? What would it be?
Got me again. My brain is not functioning today.
It's too early.
Yeah, be that caring adult, right? Be that caring adult in a child's life, because one person can really make a difference.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I won't even say anything after that because that covers it. Well, I will say our contact information. If you want to reach out to us, feel free to email moprevention@pfh.org/moprevention@pfh.org. You can find all of our contact information on our website at pfh.org/prevention. And if you want to get in contact with either of us, there's a staff tab and you can find our emails there. So Azura, thank you so much for not tuning in. You're here with me. Thank you for sharing all of your stuff and all of your advice, all your knowledge about what a prevention specialist is. I think someone will listen to this and benefit from it. So thank you so much for all of your time today. And
Yeah, thank you.
yes, and listeners, thank you for tuning in. We hope that you listen to other podcasts and yeah, reach out to us if you guys need anything. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.